Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Heyday video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to get XP fast in Heyday and how to level up fast because everybody loves to level up in the game. A lot of us don't know how to properly play to get XP fast and level up. Coming to the XP, I'm sure you guys know what XP is. XP helps you to progress in the game. My level is 251. I need about 2.36 million XP to go to next level 252. It depends on your level. You need less XP at lower stages and more at the higher stages, but there's also more chances to get XP in higher stages and vice versa. Now, the first and the most important thing before I even start talking about some tips, if you want to level up faster in Heyday, if you want to get more XP fast, you have to play this game a lot more. You have to play this game every single day, and that's really how you progress in the game. I've talked about it so many times. The more you play, the better you progress, the faster you do things in Heyday. So you really have to play. If you're not going to play, you can't do anything. This is the most important tip when it comes to leveling up the game. You have to play. Nothing happens without playing. It's not the kind of game where you can play just once or twice a week. No, you have to play every single day and you have to play a lot more. Of course, we can be busy, that's okay, but when you're playing, you really have to play. Right, so my number one tip when it comes to leveling up fast in the game, keep an eye out on all the XP events that happen in the game. Now, Heyday Team shares a calendar, a weekly calendar. Keep a track of that, and anytime you see an XP event, it could be an XP truck event, XP boat event, or even the XP town event. Make sure that you prepare for that. How are you going to prepare? Well, you just need to make a lot of products. In your barn, I've mentioned this all the time, you will need a lot of products for all the stuff in the game. So make sure you have enough products, and then you start sending trucks, doing boats, or doing the town. Like you guys can see over here, currently in the game we're having the double XP truck event, which in my opinion it's still like the best event when we compare it to the boats or the town. Now the problem with the town events is that it's not going to be the best option unless your town is fully maxed, which does take a lot of time. So if you're at lower stages, my recommendation to you guys would be focus on XP trucks. They are so helpful. They're literally the best way to level up fast in the game if you're level 30, 40, 50, or 60. Boats also help, but you guys know they're not a fast way to get XP. You have to wait for 4 hours. They're good, but they're going to cost you some time. Trucks, on the other hand, they are quick. You just need a lot of products, and that's it. And then you just start sending trucks like you guys are going to see I'm doing right now. Of course, you don't have to do all the trucks. You can trash the ones you don't want to do. I'm getting so much XP. That's almost 4,000. Wow, this is insane. But again, you will need a lot, and I mean a lot of products. All the XP events are better. Town events, my absolute favorite, but that's also because my town is max. I'm at a higher level. If you're at lower stages or even at the mid-level stages, I would suggest you guys to focus more on XP truck events because they are the best, but it doesn't mean you don't have to do the boats or play the town. No, you have to keep doing these things simultaneously. You have to do everything in the game. As I mentioned, you have to play. So XP events, in my way, it's the number one way to level up the game. Just stay tuned for them in the game. They do come randomly, I think maybe once or twice a month, sometimes even more. We do get the double XP truck events. Sometimes we also get the triple XP events, which are even better, which means you're getting more and more XP. So yeah, you just have to play these events, and you guys can see that I need about almost 300,000 XP, which I'm just going to send a lot of trucks because I did have a plan to send trucks. I'm going to run low on stuff, but that's okay. I'm going to hire Tom, and I will gain the products eventually. Right, so that's the number one way, which is XP events. Number two on my list is harvesting. Now, harvesting is part of the game, and I'm sure you guys do a lot of harvesting every day, but when it comes to making XP, you have to do more and more harvesting than your normal routine. Waiting, once again, is recommended because it just takes 2 time and you can get a lot of XP. You must be thinking it's just 1 XP. Yes, it's 1 XP. It depends on your level, and since it takes 2 minutes, if you even do this for like an hour, you can get a lot of XP, 15,000 XP. So harvesting, it's actually really effective, and at lower stages, it's even better since you don't have a lot of resources, to get XP. And it's the simplest thing you can do. Just plant any crops, especially while you're sleeping at nighttime. Make sure that you plant the crops that take a lot of time. They give you more XP, just like coins. I suggest you guys to plant tomatoes. They unlock at level 30 or something, I think. Yeah, and then if you're a little higher, you can go with the onions. I like to plant the tea leaves, the peonies, the bell pepper. So any crop that takes around 5 to 8 hours, I plant that. And when I'm free in the game, I plant a lot of wheat, and I keep doing the weeding. It not only gives me a lot of XP, also coins since I can sell it for max price, and the best part, a lot of tools. So yes, you have to do a lot of harvesting. It's just not wheat. It could be any crop you like. It could be carrots, soybeans, sugar canes, even corn, since these crops take less time. So like you're in the game for, let's just say, an hour, you could do carrots. They give you, I think, 2 or maybe 3 XP, which is even better. Or if you want to get more tools or some coins, then waiting is your absolute way to go. I love doing waiting, and I do this all the time, especially when I'm free, and I think this is one of the best ways to get so many things in the game. And once again, at lower stages, this is one of the most efficient ways. I feel like when you become a higher level player, then there's a lot of other ways to get XP. So people tend to ignore harvesting, which I think is not a good thing. You should still focus on harvesting, but at lower stages, not having a lot of resources to get XP, your town is not maxed, you don't have a lot of machines unlocked, to collect the products, your barn is smaller, you can store more products. So harvesting, it's really effective. So make sure that you focus on harvesting. It could be any crop, but make sure when you're not in the game or when you're sleeping, you plant the crops that take a lot of time. They can give you more XP when you come back. Don't plant wheat or corn while you're sleeping or you're going out for like 4 to 5 hours. It's a mistake a lot of beginners make in the game, and I would just recommend you guys to manage your crops according to the time. Okay, I have to trash some of the trucks because they're just getting greedy and greedy. Okay, my waiting is ready, so let's just cut some more. My silo gets full, which is kind of annoying, but make sure you have enough silo space if you want to do waiting. Okay, another great way to get XP in the game, it's by harvesting your trees and bushes. And I want to make it more fun, just activate an XP booster. I'm sure that I have a lot of them right here. You guys can see 50% XP booster. You can get them from a lot of places, from the valley, from the farm pass, sometimes even the boat events, or if you're lucky, you can find them in the mystery boxes. So when you activate an XP booster, you get 50% XP from all the chores in the game. I would actually recommend you guys to activate it in the morning when you think you're going to be more active in the game, and not at the nighttime because that's just not worth it because you literally sleep for like 7 to 8 hours. So that's going to go waste, but make sure when you have your XP booster activated, you do harvest your trees and bushes. But there's one thing you have to remember, trees and bushes get dead, so make sure you have a lot of saws and X's. When it comes to harvesting them, you can trade them, but it's actually a really effective way to get a lot of XP. Like you guys can see, harvesting apples, 1 apple, 7 XP. The same way harvesting cherries, 13 XP. My favorite trees to harvest are the banana trees. It's just so satisfying. I love them. You get so much XP. And even at lower stages, apples, cherries, blackberries, they give you a lot of XP. And the best time to harvest your trees and bushes, it's definitely when you have an XP booster, since you can double the amount of XP. So make sure that you harvest your trees and bushes when you have the XP booster. Of course, if you need the fruits and berries, you can just pick them anytime you want, but it's better when you have the XP booster activated. Now, I really don't do this all the time because I think for me, as I mentioned, I do have other places to get more XP. And most of the times I'm struggling with the saws, so I do not harvest a lot of trees unless I really need the fruits. I can actually do this with the bushes since I always have so many X's in my barn. That's a good tip. So if you tend to get a lot of X's in the game, then you can just plant the blackberry bushes. Or if you have a lot of saws, you could go with any tree that gives you the more XP. I think cacao trees, they really give you the more XP. So yeah, harvesting your trees and bushes is another great way to get XP in the game. Just like that, collecting from your animals. It also gives you XP collecting your machine products. Literally everything you do in the game, it gives you XP. The best way or the best time to use the XP booster is when you're active in the game and when you have everything prepared, but you haven't collected it. So the best way is definitely when you wake up in the morning, your products are ready, your townies are ready, your pets are ready, and that's the time you get the more benefits out of the XP booster since you're doubling the amount of XP. Alright guys, let's move to a really, really great way to level up fast in the game. Personally, one of my favorites. It's Town. You guys know me. I'm a Town addict. I love Town so much. There's a lot of videos on this channel that literally talk about how beneficial Town is in the game. It's literally a masterpiece. And I feel sorry for people who don't play Town. You guys are going to see how much XP I'm going to get from here. This place is magical. This place is magical. The only problem is that you will need to work on it. It's not like an immediate success. You have to put a lot of energy, a lot of work into it. And then after some time, you start getting the benefits. But it doesn't mean that you have to give up. A lot of lower level players, when they unlock the town, they see it's a lot of chore, it's a lot of work, they just give up. Even I gave up at a time. But then I came back and then I realized I was making a big mistake. I do have to play town. And now you guys can see it helps me so much with my overall gameplay experience, so much XP, and a lot of tools as well. So if you don't play town in the game, it's your time to start playing the town. This place is so helpful. Make sure that you start upgrading your buildings. The more you upgrade them, the better it gets. Make sure that you start with your repetition and XP slot, since it's going to give you more XP. Then when you get the double XP and repetition points town event, trust me, it gets insane. I can literally make so much XP, and I don't even make that much XP from the trucks. Literally from the town. And the best part about the town is that it doesn't even require a lot of products. The townies just need like one or maybe most of the times two of the products. But this place, it's so helpful. I've been playing town for the past 8 to 9 years. And it's not that the town only helps at higher stages. It does a little more, but it also does at lower stages. Or anytime you're playing town, it's going to help you. I reached level 74 by playing every day. It's not that I jumped from level 10 in town to level 74. No, I played it. I played it every day. Even at level 60, at 50, it helped me with the game. So make sure that you start working on your town. Make sure that you don't miss a single day. It's going to help you so much. At this point, I can't even imagine what my gameplay would have been if town wasn't there, or like if I was not playing town. So for me, town is literally my top 3 best ways to level up in the game. It helps so much. You just have to start working on your town. Now, my last way to get XP in the game, it's the pets. One of my absolute favorites. Now, pets cost you vouchers to purchase, and there's so many pets that unlock at different levels in the game. That's why I always recommend lower level players to spend their vouchers on the pets and not on the decorations, because pets are going to be extremely helpful. You guys can see I'm waking them all up and I'm getting a lot of XP. That's my horses, the donkeys, my bunnies. Let's do my birds. Now, birds cost the chick voucher, but still, that's a lot of XP. And you guys can see, that is so much XP. That is literally so much XP. If you have the XP booster activated, it's going to be even better. So make sure that you purchase the pets. You feed them every 6 hours. They're going to sleep. You wake them up for a lot of XP. Apart from this, every little thing you do in the game, collecting the products, collecting the honeycombs, the peanuts, just all the things in the game that give you XP. So to summarize what I've just said, focus more on XP events, XP trucks in town. Do a lot of harvesting and make sure to play every single day. The more you play, the more you do stuff in the game, the faster you're going to get XP and the faster you're going to level up. I level up about 2 or maybe 3 times a week. Now, there's also some premium ways to get XP. We have Farm Pass now, which didn't used to be in the game like 6 years ago, but it's also effective when it comes to getting XP. You guys can see, get about 1 million XP if I'm not purchasing the Farm Pass. Again, this depends on your level. If you buy the Farm Pass, you can get a lot more XP, which isn't really a bad thing. I think it's your choice. If you want to get XP fast, you can purchase a Farm Pass. And sometimes we get a lot of XP in the catalogs, the events that we have. You can also purchase XP from there. So Hay has really evolved. If I go back to 2018, 2017, things would be a lot different. There would not be a lot of chances for you to get XP. But now there's so many. And it all comes down to your effective gameplay and management. But above all these things, what truly matters is that you play every day. If you're not going to play, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you are not going to progress, and none of these tips are going to work. So I really hope you guys enjoyed these tips to get XP and level up faster in the game. Remember, at the end of the day, you have to enjoy the game. If you think that you're getting anxiety or you're getting stressed over not getting a lot of XP, it's time to step back and just relax. You're supposed to enjoy this game. You're not supposed to take stress or just come under a lot of pressure. That's really not the point of the game. But yeah, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you still haven't for more fun hitting content. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye.